Welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Today I'm going to show you how to repair a nick in a large chopping blade. So if this is the kind of thing you like to see, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment in the comment box and ring the bell to be notified of my latest videos. You can also find me at Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Burning River Bushcraft. I also teach outdoor classes at outdoorcore.com. Stick around at the end of the video. I will give you a discount code if you're interested in any of these tools from Bodark Tool. I must be the luckiest bushcrafter in the world because I have never broken a knife yet, knock on wood. I have chipped edges and I have rolled edges. That's only because I push knives harder than they should be used, just to test my skill and to learn to use a less than ideal tool. And I put a pretty good, let's see here, there we go. So I put a pretty good chip in this Bodark Tool heavy parang, and I was being foolish with it. I was actually harvesting the leg bones off of a white-tailed deer. And I was doing that to get the leg sinew out for a couple other projects. And I have bone saws and I have axes and hatchets. And actually I was using this brush parang, and it's actually still got hair on it. So this brush parang is like a 22-inch tool. This is from Bodark Tools. So I just happened to be using that one because it was the closest one. So the first three legs went off with no issue whatsoever. I grabbed this one. This is the heavy parang. This is actually my favorite one of the three that they make. And I don't know if the blade was sitting out and was colder. The other one was active and I was using it. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but right in the sweet spot, right there by my thumb, you can see I put a small nick in it. So the first thing I would tell you is just leave it there. Just keep sharpening it and it'll sharpen out. You can see I've still got some blood stains on here from dressing that deer out. And that's not too bad of a nick. You're taking metal off and it's not coming back on. So you can see a temper line on here, and that's, well, you could back here, back in some of the unused portions. So right here you can see where the blade's been tempered. And I've got a good 1/2-inch temper line, so I'm still going to be within that temper range. You can do this all by hand. I'm going to use my belt grinder just to speed this process up. I'm going to real easy take this down to where it's barely there and then resharpen the tool. So I'm going to end up with a slightly different blade contour. Again, I would tell you to leave this in here, but it's just bugging me, so I'm going to take it out. So if you don't have a belt grinder yet, you probably need one. They're a really freaking handy tool to have. And I'm going to be using a brand new belt, and I'm going to be using the largest wheel that I've got. So I want to spread this out over the longest possible area. So that wasn't much of a nick at all, but you can see I've got it completely removed. And the profile really hasn't changed. I don't have any dips. If I had a real small diameter tool, if I was to try to do this with a Dremel tool or something, then I would end up with some crazy washboard pattern. With a big wheel like this, or a file, or just sandpaper, or a belt sander of any type, this is going to be no problem whatsoever. And you can see it's a working tool, so it's still got some blood and stuff on it. I'm just going to sharpen it up and we'll put it back into service. So here's the Bodark heavy parang, all sharpened, stropped, and ready to go. So the Bodark heavy parang's back to its normal profile and razor sharp again. And as I mentioned, you probably would have been better off just leaving this alone and just letting it sharpen out over time. It bothered me, so I just thought I would do a real quick video on how I fix a nick or a chip or a roll. If this was a roll, instead of being removed, the steel would have just been laid over flat, and I would have taken care of that the exact same way. I would have just hit it out with the belt grinder. All this work can be done with files. This is really not that big a deal. It's just part of regular tool maintenance. So if you're interested in one of these Bodark tools, I'm going to put my discount code right here. So the moral of this story is, if you see me giving something a positive review, I've tested the hell out of it, and I've done things to it that you probably shouldn't do. Definitely not what it's designed to do, but I push tools so you don't have to. And even though I have tried to break these things, I have not damaged a Bodark yet. A little chip like that in the blade, a couple minutes on a grinder, and I've got it right back to razor sharp. This thing has got a lifetime of service yet in it. Till next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.